So before I start, my smoker's burning. It's got dry grass in it, damp grass in it, and some wood chippings in there. I've got my clean new rubber gloves. I've got this because I forgot my blooming entrance excluder again. I'm so annoyed. It's in my driveway. My hive tool for this site, my bucket to put crap in. This is actually a cover to help keep the bees calm when I'm working with them. This I'm going to put on is my queen excluder. Is going to go onto the wooden hive, and this super has got drawn out frames in it anyway. So all I'm doing is putting this super on the wooden hive with the queen excluder and a crown bulb which is underneath. So I'm going to gently smoke the front of the hive. Typically the wind's change direction. So all I do is I literally puff not into the hive, just around the front of the hive. It's my first hive inspection. Hello. My first hive inspection since I put the bees in there. And what have we got here? I don't know if you can zoom in. I've bought some brace combs, so I'm going to have to make sure that slips down a bit better, because that's the brace comb they've got on the inside there. And what I do is I actually put the crown board right down on the side, just in case the queen's on there. I'll put these queen then. Okay, they're a bit excited. I'll tell you why they're excited, because it's blooming windy at the minute. It's not the best. I don't really want a windy day to open the hive, but beggars can't be choosers. The queen won't be on this outside one, this is just honey. I don't want to drip honey anywhere, so I'm going to just lean it up very gently so it doesn't drip anywhere. I'm going to quit smoking again because I'm getting a bit... They're alright actually, not too bad. So what I'm going to do is I move the frames up so that I can wiggle about a bit. And this is all honey, I can just see this is all honey, so I don't really want to mess about with this frame. All I want to do is make sure the queen's laying eggs. And there's a queen in there really, to be fair. There's a lot of bees, so I'd imagine there's a queen in there. Uh-oh. There's a... Okay. There's a queen in here. There's also some queen cells being made. But I don't think they need them right now. So they're probably just play cups. I am going to check through 100% and see what's going on here. I'm going to try and find the queen. She's unmarked. There are larvae in here. There's eggs in here. Lovely frame. Absolutely lovely frame of bees in here. There's a queenie. I'm looking but I can't see. There's drones in here. I am concerned that there's these cups, but I'm not going to worry too much just yet. And what I want to do, I don't want to squish them, so the reason I smoke them is literally just so I can get the frame back in without squishing anybody. See if we can find queenie. They're building loads of brace comb on the bottom. I think that might have been from the nuke that I had in. I've capped brood. Some honey, they're making a lovely noise. There's some drones in here. Like I said, I'm taking this brace comb off because I don't want this in here. It's not going to, later on it will stick to the bottom of the hive. It'll be a pain in the arse to manipulate. You shouldn't be needing this, really. I don't know why they're making this. Still holding it up because I'm still looking for the queen. They're really chilled out, so there's definitely a queen in it. And there's eggs and stuff, so there's definitely queen laying. I'm just going to put this down because I don't want to drop them. My hands are playing up a bit today because I've been trimming today. Again, because I don't want to squish them, I just kind of gently smoke it down so I don't want to squash anybody. Another thing I'm going to do, you know what? They're getting narky. And I don't want to piss people off, piss bees off. So I'm going to just close this hive up again and push it up as much as I can so I can fit another frame in there gently and knock them all down. And use my hive tool to squash this right up as tight as I can. As you can see, I've left space there and it's not good leaving space there really. But what they're going to find now is I'm going to put a super on. I'll get a queen excluder on. I'm doing it lovely, they are lovely. Time to close it up. I'm going to put the queen excluder on. Basically gives them space to move. And I'll put it on sideways so it doesn't squish anybody again. But any bees. Slowly shuffle that around. There you go. But what I'm going to do now is put this is a super with some drawn out, some not. And I'll put that on top. Which means all that honey they've got in this in the bottom box, they can move up to the top, which gives them more laying space then. That's the trick. I don't know if anyone can see in here. I guess you can. I'm not flapping about too much. Kind of upset them, but also at the same time, I've given them a load of supers to work on. I'm going to take the spray stem off. It's got honey in it. I'm going to put it actually on the top here. Loose. So you get that honey. I'm going to zip this around like this. They've got another, again, because it's got a rim around it, they've got another 1/4 inch. They've got a lot more space now. What I really want to do with this hive is make it 2 brood boxes. I've never done this before, but I've heard a lot of good things about that. Make a double brood box. That little girl. I want this little girl to go down. Here you go, sweetie. Here you go. They're fanning like mad. They're like, oh look, this is exciting. Look, I'll tell you, look. They're fanning like mad. They're like, oh my goodness, look. We've got lots and lots of comb up here. Get the bees up here quick. And feel that. Look at that. Amazing. The other day, I was in such a rush to do it because it was late at night. I put the floor on backwards, which is a pain in the bum. But this is the back. I actually marked it with an S so that I knew it was the back. Such an idiot. So I lift the whole hive up, put a new floor down, and put the hive back on it in the right order because I've totally fucked this up. It's too much space. If they do get robbed or anything, there's too much space for them to defend. So I will do that Sunday as well. Now I've got a queen excluder there, a super there, and I've tied it up so it shouldn't move. I'll give them a bit more space because it is a bit of a worry. They've got some queen, they're not really queen cups, they're just play cups at the minute. But I didn't get to look through it because they were getting a bit jumpy at me because the wind's got up. But yeah, that's one. Okay, so this hive, look, there's loads of varroa there. There's a patch of varroa there. That's probably where they've hatched out. So this hive has got... Oh, sorry, that's probably no good. There you go, so you can see the varroa on there. So this hive definitely needs a shook swarm. And this is probably why they've got dysentery and have been a bit weaker than the other ones. I did a feed of syrup on this hive because they needed a boost. Oh, there we go. Yeah, nice and happy, not. Again, it's not the best day to be inspecting the hive because it's really sunny. There is a really cool breeze, which is why I want to go quite quickly in here. I'll see if they've drawn out any of the frames that I gave them. Obviously got the varroa, but they're not absolutely covered. Let's see. Yeah, there's fresh brood in there. Little white things. If you can see the white things, I don't know. This thing, I can't really use the camera and hold a frame at the same time, so that's why it's on a tripod, but I mean, it's still almost need feeding again, but I just think they're so ridiculous, do you know what I mean? I mean, I was actually going to put some super frames on here, but I don't think it's worth it. It might just turn them into despondent bees. So they'll be like, there's too much space up here, and they've got to keep it all warm. The thing is, they're trying to keep the hive at 34 degrees, which is why I'm hesitant to open them. Do you know what I mean? When it's got a cool wind. They've got brood now. I don't want to kill the brood. I'll chill the brood, and then they'll end up chucking all the brood out. They won't have any bees at all. Maybe they need a brood break because they're in such a set. Look at her. She is beautiful. Now let me see if I can get that queenie. Look at her. There she is. I did mark her, but not a very good mark, was it? I think I've already eaten that mark off. She's laying, and I'm literally going to put this back. And they've got hardly any stores in there, so they have got brood. They've got hardly any stores. They're not doing brilliantly, to be fair. But so this is actually a super, which has got brace comb on it. But it's better than what she's got to lay in at the minute. She's not laying this way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of these frames out because I've got 2 nice drawn out frames here. I think I'm giving them too much work to do right now. They haven't got much going on here. I've got some shocking frames in here. But I've got this one, which is this crappy super with a thing. But it's okay. Because it gives them some... It means they don't have to work so bloody hard. She can work on that. It's really... Poor girls. They're really tiny. They're not doing brilliantly. I feel a bit sorry for them right now. I might actually go and get some syrup. They've done that one, and actually they probably could do with some more because they're not really. Yeah. So we've only got like 2 frames of brood in there. She's laying. She's got eggs. She's got larvae that are 3 days old in 2 of them. So there is new larvae. There is capped brood. But there's only 4 frames of bees in there, so it's not a brilliant hive right now. I mean, it is a very cold April. I mean, that other hive looks like it's about to swarm, you know, and this hive is really slow, but they've got varroa. Okay, this hive's 14 by 12 with a super on top with no queen excluder at the minute, which is what I want to put on now, with a feeder box. What I'd like to do is find a queen and move her downstairs if she's at the top and put a queen excluder on top. There should be a marked queen in here anyway. Theoretically, there's a marked queen in here. And as usual, of course, the wind's got up because it's always fun. So they seem alright so far, but this hive had a really shitty queen in, but then now she's got a nice queen in. Famous last words. Okay. I'll check the crown board for the queen, which is not on there, which is good. They are fine looking bees. I am going to blow them, because the wind's proper got up, of course, as you can see, because I can't even get the smoker working. Typical. They'll settle down in a minute, it says. I mean, it's getting later on in the day, that's the trouble. Oh, look at look at this, bastard slugs. So actually what I'm doing is just moving the super frames up, just purely because I want to know if the queen's up here or down there. And at the minute, all I can see is honey, and little bees, which is good, a lot of bees, which is nice, lots of capped honey. I'll show you in a second. Right, let me show you, just so you can see what capped honey looks like. Capped honey, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is all there, capped honey. Now this is going to be an awkward situation now, because what I've got here, I can see it already, is the queen's is up here basically. I'll show you why I'm going, oh god, because there is drone comb up here, which is great, absolutely marvellous, fantastic. But the drone comb basically means that the queen is laying up here, and what it means is when I put the queen excluder on, it's the most horrific thing. The drone emerge, and then they get stuck because they can't get through the queen excluder, and it really makes me sad. This is the situation I hate being in. It's one of my... Okay, I'm just going to put this back together gently. I'm trying to find Queenie. So she's obviously up here, unless I smoked her down. Oh look, there's a queen cup there as well. Oh shit. I don't know why they'd be planning on swarming, because actually they've got a massive great hive. Can't imagine they filled up downstairs. Look at that, 2 queen cups, 2 queen cells. Okay. Still can't find Queenie. She is marked, but obviously did a bad job. Come on. Bit annoying though, because there's not actually that much brood up here other than drone comb. And the only reason there's drone comb up here is because it empties some of these honey cells up here. Okay, they're not very happy right now, so what I'm going to do is just put them back together here. I can still put queen excluder on, but I don't know where the queen is. So if I do that, and the queen's up here, she's still going to be laying up here. If I don't do it, then they're still going to be laying drones up here. But anyway, ignoring the pissing them off situation, I can't actually see any larvae actually in any of these cells though, other than the stupid queen cups they're making. There isn't any larvae in them though. I'm just going to double check. I'm really hoping there's queen downstairs, because what I'm going to do, I am going to put a queen excluder on, and I'm going to come back on Sunday. I'm going to shake all the drones out, which is, they're pissed off, but they're all right, if you know what I mean. I don't know if there's such a thing as pissed off but all right, but in my book there is. Poor girls. And what I'm hoping to do by doing this as well, this is me being a bit of an arsehole now, is I'm hoping Queenie is going to be downstairs now. I am going to do something which makes me sad, but it has to be done. Sorry camera, it's just going up in the air, it's not actually going into the hive, it's just because I'm going to lift this whole super up, I'm going to take it off and I'm going to put the queen excluder on. So this is all going to be done fairly fucking swiftly because they're not very happy. Let's go, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. It's really stuck it down. Obviously it's been the whole winter. I haven't opened this hive. The propolis is really stuck. Right. Okay. Yeah, they're pretty annoyed, but do you know what? This has got to be done, and I'm just doing what I'm doing. That's what beekeepers have to do. Now this is pretty grim. This is where I get my bucket. And I take all my disgusting, older, these are drones being made. Sorry, goes in there, goes in there. It just has to be done. So I can now put the queen excluder on nicely. So do you see what I'm saying? They're not, although they're pissed off with me, not really that mad. They're probably more mad the fact I've opened the hive in this weather because it's a really windy day. Oh shit, that's broken, look at that. Okay, so this frame actually needs to be changed. So it's actually, I have to get this frame out and put a new one in. So what I need to do, swiftly, is get a new frame, which I do have, funny enough. Look at that. Just to keep them quiet. Gently, gently, gently place it on there. Come on girls. Gently place it on there just to keep them quiet for a sec while I go get a new frame. Yeah, they're getting pissed off with me, but you know, it is what it is. I'm going to give them 2 new frames, I think. There's a whole pile of woodlouse shit, I think, in the corner of this hive. I mean, this hive, they've really stuck this hive together. Let's have a little nose, shall we? While we're here, we might as well. I think the queen's up the top, personally. I'll be a bugger if she is. I'll be much, 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 much happier if she's down here. It saves me a lot of hassle. Okay. Trying really carefully not to roll these bees because you roll them and they get even more knocked. Look, oh, lovely. Lovely job. Okay, I'm really happy now. This is what I was looking for. We've got cat brood down here, we've got larvae down here. Fingers crossed I pissed her off enough to go downstairs. But we have only got drone cells by the looks of it. So in actual fact, we might have, oh no, we have got some cat brood. We've got a teeny tiny weeny bit of cat brood, larvae. Push this down gently, 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 gently again. Everything's very, very gently done. It is blowing a gale now. I'm getting really annoyed. I'm getting annoyed, so the bees are going to get annoyed. I don't want to keep passing them in this bloody weather. So what I do is close this up. Oh, sorry girl. Hold on, I'll get it out. There we go. I'm going to put this queen excluder on, which is why I had to lift the brace comb off. Girls. So now I've got a queen excluder on. I'm going to put this really heavy super back on here. This is a shit situation because I know I've got drones up in here. I don't want drones up in here at all because they'll die on the queen excluder, but right now I have no choice really. Here we go, I'm going to take that off and I'm going to put my crown board on. I'm so annoyed. So I reckon there was no queen up here. I smoked her right down. I'll check them on Sunday. This is the beauty of having a day off during the week now. I never used to have a day off during the week. Get the brace comb off. I have to say these crown boards are good in some respects. A pain in the arse in others, I'll tell you, because they do flap. They're a bit too flat for me. I like the fact the wooden ones give you that rim. Go away girls, get inside or do something. Don't just mill around. Milling bees, milling around. Right, go on, down. You can see why the only reason I use my smoker is to keep the little buggers down. I'll cover this up at the minute. The roof on. There's a real easterly wind, it's bloody freezing, so even though it's a lovely sunny day, it feels really warm in the sun. It's not great here. Now I've strimmed all around here today. This is the mess I've made. So I always bring a spare box just in case I see any queen cells and I need to do a walk-away split because you just never know. I mean, yeah, situations happen where I'll get here and I find that I have to make There's no honey in there, girl. What are you doing in there? What do you think you're doing? You go, catch me. I have to make a emergency decision kind of thing. And that decision will be, I need to get either remove brood and workers and the queen. I have to take something out of the situation. So it's always good to have a spare box in me. And because I have this is a 14 by 12, and that can turn into a national, which I've actually got national frames at the bottom there. So either one of these hives I could do a walkway split with. Hive settled down. That hive definitely needs feeding. That hive over there, I'm considering doing a split on that hive. I might find they settle down now. They've got a whole other box to move up to now. So just as an after, I need to come and change the floor of this hive, which is I'm bloody annoyed at myself, but it's got to be done. And I will do another hive inspection just because I don't want them swarming. And they're so stacked up, I think they might. But what will happen is now they will put the honey up into the top box, and they'll use the bottom box as a brood chamber. So hopefully there'll be enough space for her to lay, and it will prevent them swarming. This doesn't need feeding. This does need feeding, and it will. There's no point in me doing a shook swarm on it just yet. This is the hive I'm more concerned about. These bees are jumping at me now because I'll come back again. Oh yeah. So my conclusion is, I need to make another whole super for that hive, which I've just put the queen excluder on, because they're building up fast. I would really like to shook swarm on them, but they're really aggressive. But not aggressive, they're just irritating. So when it's a really nice day, I'll do that. And like I said, the hive, this hive here, I'm going to feed, and I don't know, I'll probably do a shook. I haven't even got enough eggs for me to do a shook swarm. I might put another frame of eggs in from this hive here, because that would make sense. I'll get some fresh eggs from there, and I'll put it into this hive. That'll give them a boost. Yeah, I mean, we're nearly into May, and I am freaking, because normally they start swarming about now, but it has been so cold. But there is forage about now, so they are working flat out. It's just you want to open on a nice warm day. I still can't believe I've got the floor on the wrong way around. What a twat. How could I have done that? Oh my god, that'll teach me for doing something on a Friday night before I went out. I've now got shitloads of work to do to make loads of frames. At least two supers full of frames. I need to buy another 2 supers. But I need to make up a whole new full box of frames. So I want to do deep brood, which I've not done before, double brood. And yeah, so lots of frame making. Lots of frame making time. Result. Anyway, I'm going now.